Okay. And I'm going to start video too, because that's cool. All right. Well, you should have been here last week. That's how you figure it out. All right. It is 6:01-ish. Thank you all for coming. We're going to go ahead and get started. We have a lot of announcements because, you know, stuff. I'll start with TechX. So next month is Cybersecurity Awareness Month. And because of that, TechX is throwing a bonanza or something. Every Friday, there's going to be a talk by someone. This Friday at 6 o'clock, GDIT is going to be here and they're going to talk about stuff. And it's cool. There are flyers, which we're going to put around campus. There's an email this morning. You probably got it, or last night. You probably got it. Yeah. So come check us out on Fridays. We'll have plenty of events. Also, on the board back there, we have a challenge website. So if you're in the mood to do some challenges, yeah, do that. Kevin put a lot of effort into it. He even has one of the challenges on the board right there. It's in Morse code. All right, right. If you do well enough, you get to have a state-of-the-art TechX coin, which we 3D printed ourselves. Yeah, and it is definitely not misspelled. Don't look closely at it. Yeah, so come in here, hang out, learn some cyber stuff, do some challenges, have fun this or next month. Okay, number 2, elections. I have 2 people that have actually documented down, or I've written down, we're gonna run for office. If anybody wants to run for office, either ambassador or historian, just raise your hand, stand up, come up here, do something. Anybody here? There's a James. You want to? All right, stand up, please. Are you okay? Which one are you? Let me pull up the Google Doc. The Google Doc. All right, give me 1 second while I pull this up. All right, never mind. Hold on, I'm getting there. Get me out of this. Yeah, no one is running for historian. Like, so if you want to do nothing and get credit for it, come on down. Yeah, so James and Austin. Are James and or Austin here? James McMahon, Austin Earhart. No? Cool. You're just gonna pretend that you know them and vote for them, right? Right. All right. What's your name again? I already forgot.
Bronson.
Bronson. What do you want to run for?
Ambassador.
Ambassador. Awesome. Are you sure you don't want to run for historian?
Yeah.
You sure? I mean, it does look good. It's like, you know, I was the historian for the Association of Cyber Engineers. You know, it looks cool. Do you want to? All right. Good thing we have a constitution. I can show you exactly what they do.
The whole 9 yards, man.
Hang on. It's. Let me get this thing pulled up. Here we go.
Constitutions for all clubs are available upon.
We have like 5 in here. 6.
Oh my gosh.
Some of them are duplicates, but this is 2021. Hey Nolan, I see you in Zoom. Okay. Let's go. Duties of officers. I updated this year, so it is, you know, up to date. If my computer would stop lagging. Okay. Historian, you are in control of history. Ha 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 ha. Okay, so you're gonna be in charge of social media. You're gonna be. Are you good at design? Yeah. You're hired. Okay, well, you'll be elected hopefully. Awesome, because we're gonna do T-shirts this year, and no one knows how to design anything. All right, you can run. You want to?
Oh, we got a run off.
Oh, we're getting them in. We're reeling them in, you know. All right. Basically, you're in charge of social media. You're in charge of the website, in charge of the GitHub repository. Anything that we do or make, you will document it. Not really. We already record our meetings, so it's not a big deal. And you'll also be in charge of the Ace Google Drive. You'll be in charge of Twitter, Facebook, and I mean, it's pretty straightforward. And your social media and shirts, merch and stuff, right? Cool. Don't show me, show everybody else. They're voting for you. It is an election after all. I will vote. I mean, well, there are many of you, there's one of me. It's still one vote. There's also the ambassador. So the ambassador, you are the communications person. You're going to be best friends with the secretary. You're all going to be really close friends because they're also communication. Seth is great. You'll love him. You are going to be an intermediary of communication. Basically, like if we want to do, I don't know, an Arduino coding night with a different club, you'll help set that up. You'll be in contact with this club. Say, hey, I want to do this. Like, yeah, that's you. You'll also go to all the ESA meetings because we're required to go to them, and we don't want to send anybody else, and we don't really care. No offense to ESA. They're very great people. Yeah. I am recording this. I have to be nice to people. And if you want to do anything like, I don't know, crazy, like talk to LSU, like, hey, I want to start a club in LSU, turn together. Yeah, that'd be cool too. If you want to be above and beyond, sure, why not? So we have two people that aren't here. Someone that said something in chat. That was Nolan. Hey, Nolan. And they're shouting outside, not a big deal, ignore them. So if you want to run for either ambassador or historian, come on up and explain why people should vote for you. What is it?
What are they doing?
There is some kind of meeting. They said they would yell for about 10 minutes and then leave, and it's been 10 minutes of leaving. Thank God. Okay. It's a shouting match. If like you really want to be a part of the organization and you strike out and don't get elected, we'll find a place for you. I mean, we're laid back. Don't worry about it. So one last time, if you want to run for office, stand up, come on up, come on down and explain why. Yeah, come on. All right. Are y'all all historian? You're ambassador? Okay. Story. Okay, we'll do ambassador first. There's James McMahon and then Austin Arrett. They aren't here. All right. Why should we vote for you? Explain to us why.
Well,
Who are you, by the way?
I'm Bronson Jordan. I am a sophomore cyber engineering major. What's up? In addition to now being a member of ACE, I also am the technology director for SGA. So that kind of fits. And I was on ESA freshman council last year. I'm friends with most of ESA. So I have those two connections down, and I also have been through, again, the technology position, interacting and coordinating with a lot of different university entities. We are working on, I am hopefully going to resurrect the SGA website that has not been updated since 2013. So in doing that, I've had to work with a lot of people at the computing center and people throughout the university and SGA. And so that kind of interaction, I am able to do and have already been doing. So I would like to help out with ACE by doing that some more.
I just realized that the one person on Zoom couldn't hear you. So I will now hand off my earpiece to whoever wants to go next. I don't care. So that was ambassador. Yeah. But oh yeah, one last thing before I forget. You have to be an ACE member to vote. Just if you want to like put it on layaway, it's $5. Cool. Just flag me down after the meeting, because I will send an email to everybody in the Google Drive that has their email who signed up to the election tonight. We'll close them tomorrow. Okay. You got that? Awesome. Go ahead. Explain historian stuff. You don't have to put it in. You can put it in. I don't think no one will see.
Yeah. Okay. So my name is Mary. I've been doing photography and design and things of that nature for about a year and a half. I've been designing like the layout of photos and things of that nature that I haven't taken, but like others on the internet. For about 2 years, I've been managing my own Instagram based off of my photography stuff for about 6-7 months now. And based on that, it's grown a lot. Actually, it's gotten attention by a ton of people very well known on Instagram photography and that type of world. That's basically the story and does use document what the club is doing itself. So I'm pretty good at that. I'm also really good at managing time in terms of that nature. It's how I calm down and relax. So I'll have a ton of time for it throughout the days. But my major, I'm a math and comp sci major, double majoring somehow of my life. I have no clue, but it's what I enjoy doing. It's what I'm good at. So yeah.
I'm Tyler. I've done freelance design for about 5 years now on Discord. That's mainly where I'm at, is Discord. And what else? I've probably pretty cringy to say, but I've moderated plenty of servers. So in terms of administrator or administrative leisure time, I guess you can call it. I've also worked with designing large Discord servers and managing social media accounts for Discord servers, and managing a lot of people. Yeah, I think that's about it. I can show you some of my work. I got I got some work pulled up here. Old Discord icons is what I'm mostly working on, but I've done bigger designs as well. This is one of my works, one of my better ones at least. Yeah, that's about it. Also, I'm a computer science major.
All right. You three, can y'all just hang out after the meeting and we'll get everything sorted out? Cool. Cool. Like I said, I'll send election links via the email to all ACE members who are in the Google Doc. If you don't know if you are yet, come meet me after the meeting and we'll get you in there so you can vote. Cool. Cool. What else? How about the email? Did you guys click on the link on there?
Free iPad link?
It said if you wanted to get a head start, click here. Who clicked there? No one. Y'all are smart. Or y'all didn't care and you can say you were smart. That's cool. But even better. But well, I will pull it up and it's, hey, phishing affects everyone. It's important to know how to avoid it. If you want to learn more, click here and you can click there. Ooh, you've been phished. So we call it, okay, -3, because I used 3 different machines to access this earlier. 20 people, Brandon, 19, Megan, 18. So 18 maybe people have been phished, haha. So yeah, we're going over phishing. There's person in chat. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's pull up the presentation because we're gonna go over phishing. Woo, phishing. Fishy. I forgot my clicker. It's not a big deal. Yeah. Hi, I'm John. I'm the ACE guy. First things first. Yeah, you can do bad things with phishing. I think we all know this. Try not to get caught. Okay? If you do, not our fault. But we'll show you things that you can definitely not do to your friends and definitely not do to anybody else important. Right? Right. So what is phishing? It is a form of social engineering. Social engineering is one of the biggest topics when it comes to exploitation of people, getting money, getting information. Social engineering. It's huge because anybody can be affected by it. Literally anybody. And I'm not exaggerating either. I bet all of you have been phished at least once. Like, hey, help me. My friend's making this new game. Go on this website and vote for it. You log in, use the same login password as you do for everything else. Everybody does it, I know. And then they go to I don't know, Amazon or something, use the same password, you get screwed. It happens. So Phishing is basically attackers posing as legitimate people. Sir or madam, your car insurance has expired. Please give us your debit card information so that we can fix it for you. Right, right. Or, we've overcharged your account by accident. Here's a refund. Wait, I refunded too much. I'll lose my job. Help me get money back. Blah, 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 blah. And stuff. You've been randomly selected for a prize. What's up? Yeah, those Indian scam call centers. Yeah, there's like whole YouTube channels dedicated to just taking them out. There's like a Russian guy who does it. I think it's him. Yeah, he's hilarious. But they're dedicated to taking out Indian scam call centers. It's awesome. Yeah, what's up?
You mean the NPR really doesn't need me to go to 7-Eleven and buy gift cards?
I mean, if they have a thick Indian accent, be a little more cautious. But yeah, they're just designed to fool you into giving up personal information, private information, up to including your debit card information. Right, right. So there's a bunch of different forms. Here's a lot of the most common ones. There's by text, which is called smishing, SMS-shing, smishing. Email, phone, vishing, HTTPS or domain spoofing. Like this one is very common, store.steampovered.com, right? Or there's called farming, where it is a forward link, like a bit.ly or a tiny URL or a Google short link, where instead of it going to a legitimate source, it's a forward to a fake website, which is usually a domain spoof. And there's evil twin. We actually have a what's it called? A Wi-Fi thing. It's in there somewhere. I forgot what it's called, but we can. It's one of those things. I think it's it. We have one of those, and we might use it this year. It might. It's bad. I saw it like 2 weeks ago. I'm like, what the heck? Why is it in there? Anyways, and it's not just grandmas. Y'all can see that. Okay, those two are phishing campaigns. To the average person, you would look at that and say, what's so wrong with that? How old would you be if your age was flipped? Okay, not only is that a stupid question, but it is a phishing campaign. It's called pulling the thread. Every little bit of information, anything else like, oh, I would be a 12, haha. Or I'd be 22. Forget how old I was. But yeah, that's just pulling the thread, getting more and more information, slowly piecing together people. Don't ever wish somebody happy birthday on the social media. Don't do it. It may seem harmless. Don't do it. Not a good idea. I'm not even on social media because it's just a cesspool. But 800 seats in heaven, your last 3 digit of your phone number determines your seat. No cheating. I don't get what that means, but 690,000 people responded with the last 3, okay, approximately the last 3 digits of their phone number. Now you're thinking, well, let's just the last 3 digits. That's not a big deal, right? Well, on the majority of sites, when you have an account, they'll say, hey, is this your number? And it's the first 6 digits of your number, or I guess, hang on. Oh yeah, your first digits of your number minus the last 3. So they get your number. They can figure out your number. If they can figure out your number, they know your carrier. They know your carrier. They can start with what's it called? SMS card, SIM card, not SMS card, SIM card, whatever the word's called. Basically fraud. They can imitate you if they know your carrier, who you are, stuff like that. Just pulling the thread. And it's a slow but efficient process. Let's see. This happened today. I got a text 4 hours ago and said, hey, we messed up. Here's a reimbursement. And it's usually a really crappy link, randomwords.info/random stuff. Yesterday, I went back to my phone and I found a bunch of phishing links that were texted to me. Let's see. Costco, hey, here you go. You won this thing. Cool. Congratulations. Amazon, Xmas for AT&T. UPS shipments. Second notice at Amazon. Mia Khalifa. USPS package. I know, right? But listen, somebody somewhere has been fooled by this. I've actually got one on GroupMe. Like I could probably pull it up right now if I don't like it. But
It's a double.
I have got that one.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah, we need your help. Thank you, Nolan. We give us the 3 numbers on the back of your credit card and also the numbers. Okay. Yeah, that's the presentation. Let's end this and let's actually do something because that's fun. Right. So you can follow along. For this, you need a graphical client. It's called Burp Suite. I'll show you a quick example of what I found yesterday, and it will freak you the hell out because you do this every day, and it freaked me out. So it's called Kex or WinKex. If you want to install it, it's sudo apt install WinKex. I think it's only on Kali WSL. So if you want to have a graphic client, you can do that. It's also on the ACE website under the tools section. There's an explanation of how to install a lot of the packages. I forgot what it's called. I think it might just be WinKex, but it's on the ACE website. If you want to get a graphic client over your WSL install for Kali only, if you're on Ubuntu, Google it. I don't know. Set up a VNC server or something. Basically, I'm going to pull up a remote session on my own laptop so that I have a graphical client. And when that gets pulled up, I will pull up Burp Suite. If it'll pull up. I have a lot of things running on my laptop and it's just churning right now. Man, there it goes. Okay. Let me pull it up. So Burp Suite is a web application penetration testing tool. Blah blah blah. Delete. Temporary project. Let's see. Defaults. We're gonna start this up. So if you want to have all the tools you could ever imagine for literally taking out a website, Burp Suite's your friend. There's a paid edition, and the paid edition actually it'll show you the possible exploits on a website. So if you want to drop money to just smoke crappy organization websites, I mean, go for it. So we're gonna go to proxy, and intercept is on. So I'm gonna open up a browser, and I'm gonna go to Moodle. Right, use it every day, and I'm gonna freak you the hell out because it freaked me the hell out. Let me turn this off real quick while I get here, which is cs.latech.edu. And turn on intercept back on. That way, whenever something goes to or from this web browser, it'll block it and it'll show me all the metadata. So my username, JEM083, my password, you won't know it. And I'm going to log in.
Bunch of dogs.
Well, looky, what's in plain text? My password, you won't know it. So in plain text, in a post request, go away. Cancel, go away. In plain text, sent across the internet is your Moodle password. So if you are not on WPA or any end-to-end encrypted Wi-Fi, you are sending a plain text password over the internet. So if you are at a McDonald's, Starbucks, their Wi-Fi, and you are logging into Moodle, your password is in plain text on that Wi-Fi. Very dangerous. Yes, go ahead, you two. One of y'all.
One thing to point out is this is like the LMS system, I believe, and it's used by a lot of different universities. It's not just LA Tech.
Exactly, and it's awful. This is extremely dangerous.
Something checking for picking up all of these different passwords for anyone.
Yeah.
Logging into any university system, so they can go back over it later.
And everybody uses the same password for everything. I mean, everybody's guilty of it. I know I am. So please be very careful when you log in on a rogue Wi-Fi. If you're on WPA, you're fine because it's end-to-end encrypted or whatever it is. WPA is fine. No, it's fine.
No.
Okay, WPA 2 is fine.
WPA 2E is better.
It's fine.
Because Tech has a radius service. So
It's fine. Just don't do it over Starbucks. You go ahead.
I know this might seem like a simple question, but what about VPNs? That cover that?
No, because,
What about like?
well, because traffic out is traffic out. It doesn't care where it's going. It's instead of it going, I think instead of it going here, it would go to your VPN first, but it would still have the same metadata in a packet, I think.
If it's plain text on the internet, it's plain text
Yeah,
on the internet.
I mean, if you can, if it's there, it's there.
If anyone is listening at any point between you and the destination, they'll listen and get it.
Yeah, but you're fine here because you're on a secure wireless network. Mobile data is also fine, I think. Yeah, that's what I wanted to show you all because it scared the hell out of me.
As soon as I started typing into the stuff, it's like, oh man.
Yeah, all right. So that's Burp Suite. We might do some more stuff with it later. Let me get the hell out of this because I have, go away. Okay, go away. Back up here. Okay, so we had a phishing campaign, or well, we had an example of what we could capture in a phishing campaign. It is 2 basic boxes, a username and a password. Easy stuff that you can imitate. It's called website cloning. And if we clone a website, basically it just downloads all of the client side or what we can download from the server, basically anything Java, script, CSS, HTML. If we can see it, we can download it, copy it. You see this a lot with like Amazon and downloads or Amazon logins, Steam, stuff like that. It looks like the exact same website, but it's not like a letter or two is changed in the URL. But we're gonna do that. Cool, cool. Well, what you want to have is SE tools, or it's called social engineering tools. To install it, if you don't have it, I think it's sudo apt install set. Yeah, it's set. To launch it, it's sudo SE toolkit, and that'll launch it up. And it's not, it has a bunch of tools, but for this example, we're just going to go through the social engineering and website cloner attacks. So it's a menu here, 1, enter, 2, there's a bunch of different ones. Spear phishing, infectious media, mass mailers, PowerShell. We're just going to go with website attack vectors because that's easy. And we want to harvest credentials, input boxes, basic easy stuff. 3, enter. And there is a site cloner. There it is, number 2. So we have our site cloner. Basically what it does, like I said, downloads the website to an almost perfect, a very similar, not perfect, similar mimic, and it will be hosted on this machine. And it already has my IP address in there. And we're going to go away. This thing is just in the way. cas.autech.edu. Right. Copied. And pull this back up, right click, paste, and it's the URL to clone, and hey, it's done. So let's go to localhost. That looked an awfully similar, awfully lot alike our Moodle login, doesn't it? Not quite, very similar though. Like if you were given this randomly, you would go, oh yeah, sure, log in. You wouldn't think about it, right? Very similar, some stuff that I guess is server-side download, server-side files that they just couldn't grab. Yeah, very similar. So if I try to log in, hi. It's gonna go, you're gonna go, what the heck, why didn't I log in? It forwards you to the actual website. So if you're dumb, you go like, well, that was weird, why didn't I log in? Well, I'm on the actual website now, so I can log in now. Oops. Cool. So I'll log in up here in the console. Hey, look, there's my username, there's a password. Website cloning. By the time they realize it, it's too late. You've already got their Amazon login. You're already ordering a bunch of stuff to your address. It's too late. By the time people figure out they've been phished, in most cases, it's too late. Because, like I said, people use the same password for everything. The Google password saving thing, I mean, you're kind of bending the knee, but it is nice. It's a good thing to have. It's not bad. So a cool thing that I actually figured out while I get this just out of the way, that I'm logged in right here. And as I go to, I don't have to put localhost, I can put, God, this, I'm putting it down here. All right, 127.0.0.1, which is same thing as localhost. If I'm already logged in on Moodle on the server side, I already have the cookies or whatever the hell. So I can log in, do whatever, smash some keys, log in. It'll log me in because I'm already logged in on the actual website, not just this phishing site. So it's like, oh, I'm logged in, and you probably wouldn't realize it. But if you go to, I have 3 tabs open. If you go back to the site, which can also, there's different ways to access it. I've showed you localhost 127, and also I will show you an external connection, which is via IP address like this. Slight difference is going to say not secure because I don't have an SSL certificate on my laptop. I could do that, but let's say if you were given this, you'll go, hey, that's an IP address. That's kind of fishy, right? So if you're not paying attention, I mean, you might get swindled. That's the way it goes. But in a sense, how would I get people to come to my phishing site, my site clone? Well, there's a couple of ways. I showed you, it was earlier in the text, it was the randomletters.info. So you can do stuff like bit.ly. I'm going to use tiny URL. Yeah. Get that pulled up and paste that here, make a tiny URL. Da-da-da, there we go. If I could select it, awesome. So if I key that in, it just forwards me to here. What I could do if I were a smart person is I could DNS spoof. I could pull up some similar sounding domain name. Namecheap has a bajillion domain names that I could have. Like, I don't know, latech.xyz. You know, people wouldn't pay attention to that stuff. They just see, oh, bright colors, login screen, let me log in. So I don't know. Let's go with LaTeX. See if someone can spoof us. Because usually they're cheap. Just kidding. It is not cheap. $72,000. I mean, it's got to be really worth. Oh, .net a little bit cheaper. .ai a little bit cheaper. .is.
LawTech.me.
.me. There's a lot of domains. But yeah, you mean if you try hard enough, you can get a domain. You can slap that onto your web server, set up a site cloner, and I mean, I don't know, Amazon with 2 N's, something ridiculous. It can be done. People have done it before. That's why people still do it. If it worked, if it didn't work, it wouldn't be so prevalent, right? So let's say we already did that. I'm gonna make an email similar to what I did during the actual meeting email. I'm just gonna send it to myself. Hey bro, I broke Moodle. Check it out. Do I have it? No. Here. Oh, I don't know what I just did. What the heck? Cool. I don't know what I did. All right. Insert link, address. Check it out here. Right. So I mean, hey, look, link. You know, monkey brain. I want to click on blue colors. You know. But if you hover over it, you'll see, hey, tiny URL. That's not Moodle.latech.edu. What the heck? So control click, follow it. You get the URL pulled up, forwarded to the address. Oh, it's Moodle. Yeah, man, let me log in and let me figure out stuff. Right? You're logged in, now you're screwed. Right? Right. It's simple for people that don't pay attention. And that's why it's mostly grandpas that are picked on about this stuff, but it happens a lot in corporate because once somebody gets screwed over on their company email, then the whole corporation gets screwed over. So it's a scalability issue. One thing that I'll reiterate a lot this year is that what can be scaled. If you send out 1 million emails and one person gets screwed, That's just a success. That's a success. So if you are able to scale what you do, pull the thread, you can, well, get credentials, emails, passwords, information, stuff, not legal stuff, but you can do it. Yeah, it's a game of numbers. If you can scale it, you can succeed in screwing people over.
Illegally, of course.
Yeah, without getting caught. That way we don't get in trouble, right? Right. Yeah. If anybody has anything else to add, go for it. That's kind of it. Oh yeah, because report. Let me Control C, exit out of this. It'll save it here. Root set reports. Blah blah blah. So let me hop into super user real quick. And if I could spell. Yep, cat. This one. So here it is. Every password that I threw through here. There it is, all in a handy dandy XML file. So you could leave that running for, I don't know, a while. Send out some emails about Moodle issues, capture, control, change grades, stuff like that. Cool. All right. Does anybody else have anything to add? Nope. No.
I had a friend last year, their senior design project in last spring was actually a.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
It's essentially a tool that you set up which domain you want it to point at, and it acts as the man in the middle between you and the domain, where you log into their server. It's the same thing John's doing, where you send them to a certain page. It grabs everything from the actual page and presents it, and then actually logs you in. So you think you're logged into the actual page. but
Yeah,
you're on
it's
their
a
site the whole
website crawler. It crawls through the website files and mimics as much as it can. And you're literally just setting up the website on your own machine. That way people log in, they go through stuff, they think it's normal, and then by then it's too late. That was ice fishing, right?
I think so.
Yeah, that was with Scoon. Remember that? That was cool. Very cool. Basically, it was just a reverse Burp Suite proxy, I think.
Yes, it's a reverse proxy.
Yeah. So, yeah, cool stuff you can do on your own and mildly illegally, but hey, it's fun. I remember last year, my roommate, he's like, John, what can I do with an IP address? I'm like, I don't know. All right. What can I do with Moodle login info? A lot. It's like, all right, well, I can get that. I'm like, okay, have fun. And he worked at the help desk. I think he still does. I won't tell you who it is because I'm a nice person, but he did try to fish his own coworkers, which was really funny. Because he had like Kali pulled up and installed. He's like, how do I do this? I'm like, well, come to an ACE meeting. I'll show you.
Do we even want to talk about the printing page?
The printing page?
Yeah, it's not
The
HTTPS.
Print. Oh my gosh, it's awful. So fun fact, I was going to go over this next week for Nmap, but I'm banned from print.latex.
What'd you do?
I nmapped the subdomain and I was looking through, I was trying to find the ACE servers that were in the organizational room in Nethkin. I was looking for them like, oh, HTTP. So I was like going through just hitting every domain I could. And it was like, oh, that's the Kyocera printer admin page. And then a week later, I couldn't print from LaTeX anymore.
Dang.
I think I got unbanned though. Let me see. I did print today, didn't I? No, I'm still banned. Yeah, it's gonna spin forever. No, yeah. I'll get them to fix me later. But I wasn't trying to break into the printer. I just wanted to find the server. I found a bunch of other stuff that I will go into next week. So stay tuned. But yeah, they blocked me.
Yeah, also, yeah, you're logging your username and password.
Yeah.
HTTP connection.
Yeah, I mean, it's awful. You can make your own admin account in the printer page, but you have literally an hour because they'll ban you after about an hour. They have like a too late to ban thing set up on there. But yeah, that's it for the meeting. If y'all have any questions, ask away. Otherwise, get out. But what's up? I mean, it's like a too late to ban kind of setup on the machine or the printing host. Because I was able to go to the admin page and that was fine for like the rest of the day. But I tried to print out, and then as you saw, I can't log into print.latex anymore.
Would that just be from the scam though?
I don't know. I was on the admin page by complete accident. I didn't mean to, but now I can't print anymore. So that's my guess, chat. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So more announcements, right? Right. If you want to be an ACE member, we're still, you can still pay us. It's not it's never too late. If put it in the bag. I'll get the Google Sheet set up that way. Whenever it's selection time, I will send out the polls. It has to be on your tech email. Make sure you're logged in on your tech email when you fill them out. I understand. People who ran for office, stay for a bit so I can get your name. I already forgot them. Yeah, if you're a member, if you want to be a part of the peer mentorship program, that's still in the Discord somewhere. If you want to be a mentor or a mentee and explore stuff, fun things, sure. Yeah, that's okay. Before y'all run away, people who gave money, before you run away, you need to sign your name in on the Google Drive. Yeah. Let me pull it up.
John, I did the thing.
Yeah. Either email it or submit it. There's a. I'll link everything. Oh my God. Everything's breaking. Hang on. I'm gonna stop streaming this.